I'm Jennifer from Ellivo Architects. I'm the office manager here at Ellivo. I've been working here for over 20 years. I would describe my role as doing all things that designers hate doing. We've been working with PKCG for over 7 years now, and one of the first impressions I had when they approached us to consider working with them was the fact that they were young, dynamic and innovative. From the beginning, we've always valued our relationship with them. They're very proactive, and we really appreciate that, rather than reactive, so we don't have to wait until something goes wrong. They suggested we do a full audit of our IT systems and processes, and that really attracted us to think about how we would consider our strengths and weaknesses in our company. We're a company that likes change and we like to keep up with technology, and we thought that they would be able to provide new processes that we hadn't even thought of, that we knew would help our business long term. The best thing is that we meet with them regularly throughout the year. We're always thinking about our planning strategy and how that works, so that we're always ahead of the game, I suppose. IT needs to be seamless all the time for our company to keep going, and it's one less thing that we have to worry about, knowing that they're looking after us in that regard. That's what we love about them, because it's something that we don't have to solve all on our own. They have experience working with other architectural firms, so they have a really good understanding of what we need. They're very experienced in that field, and it means that it's one less thing for our staff to have to worry about. And IT companies have a bit of a reputation of being a little bit boring, shall I say, and I always say to them they've got to explain everything to me in a very layman's terms and not too techie, if that makes sense. So I really value that they can understand us. We've worked with PK for such a long time now that we really feel like they're a part of our team. Because we deal with them day to day, they are really part of Ellivo, and I think that respect is very mutual. They were very proactive in giving us some ideas about what would benefit Ellivo and streamline our IT services. As a company, we always try to change and improve, and I think PK really helped for us to see that they could bring change about the way we did things. It was an easy decision because we could see that we were going to improve naturally. My job is to try and make our staff's life much more simple, and IT is such a big part of that. We didn't have to have an architect worrying about how to deploy new Revit updates and that sort of thing. So PK could just really seamlessly look after that. It was just one less thing for us to worry about, and it meant that we could do what we're meant to do. We have KPIs, our leadership team. It's one of the things that we look at each quarter, and one of them is enabling IT support for our staff. So it is something that we're very conscious of to try and keep at the forefront of our minds. And it's just so important, because without our good systems, we couldn't do what we do. Working with PK is easy, particularly having that first-hand contact with the principals. You know, Peter and Chris, they'll always answer the phone. You don't just get put off to somebody that you've never talked to before. They really understand Ellivo. I love working with Peter. He rides a bike, I ride a bike, so we have a lot in common. Chris is very quick to respond to all our future needs, across all our renewals, and when things have to be replaced. It's an expensive part of the business, and they work with us to make sure that that's as efficient as possible.